Honey Sound Broadcasting, an affiliate of the Bilko Media Network.
I keep trying to, I'm just dying to get you out of my mind.
Alright, so to prime the pump, I plucked out, not yet, I'm still getting there. But to prime the pump, I thought I'd start out with some of the ones that I plucked out previously. Some of the better shots, and then we can get into some random ones that I haven't even looked at yet.
Is this the OG Shorpy?
This is not the OG Shorpy, but this is probably his friends. And they all look like they're dead.
Oh,
Like, look at these faces. It's incredible. Especially look at this guy. He's like half monkey.
Oh, right.
Oh, look at this one too.
These are children.
Children. They're probably what, like 12 years old? It looks like.
Yeah.
Working in the mines. Look at their little hats. They got like these little oil lamps on their heads.
Yeah.
And they all look so bizarre.
Think how traumatizing that would be. Like,
to work in the mines.
that was just normal. but like, you're 12. Oh, I lost my friends in a cave-in. When I was 13.
Yep. That's how it was. So I like this one because there's so many of them. It's a crazy, creepy picture.
I started a union at the age of. Oh wow!
Look at this shot.
That's a ship launch.
It is a ship launch, yes. And yeah. I like how there's people down here, so it gives you the sense of scale. Because this could be like a little sailboat or something, but because there's people in the shot, it's like, wow, that's impressive.
And you can just tell, like, this is like a great action shot.
Yeah. And like we were saying in the past, like, look, you can see the little droplets and everything. Like, that's incredible that there's no motion blur.
I know.
Somebody went to town building this thing. And I don't know where this is. It almost looks like it's San Francisco. Because I don't know where else this would be. Hey, look.
It's the Incline Saloon.
Yeah. The finest rooms. Oh, furnished rooms. 25 cents. But yeah, someone went all out on this thing.
Wow.
I'd really like to know where this is or was. I'm sure it's not there today.
What does the warning sign say in the bottom?
Warning. Walking on this railway is prohibited because it is dangerous.
Yeah.
Building the Brooklyn Bridge.
Wow.
It's like, how did they even do this? Like, there's no giant crane to lift up all this stuff. So how did they get all this? How'd they get this all up here?
They must have had like, they aligned the cables first, I guess, and I mean you. So I guess I watched a video on like how this is done, and you have to dig down into the river, right, and bury a whole bunch of concrete, right, and make pedestals. And then you build the things on top of the pedestals.
Yeah, that's these pillars.
You drag ropes up, and like you tug them over.
Oh, so all the cable was like over here, and then they just drag the cable up and over.
And then you just have guys like walk along those cables, like just stringing stuff together, and then they build.
It says something right here. Brooklyn Bridge.
It's the Manhattan Bridge.
Oh, Manhattan Bridge. 1909. I thought this was the Brooklyn Bridge. So that must be up a little bit towards Central Park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brooklyn's all like stone. Now that I think about it, this is all steel. Still impressive.
Incredibly impressive.
Oh, you know what this is?
I know what this is.
Look, they just started. There's nothing there. Oh, there's a face right here. And I like these little huts, like on the side of the cliff.
God.
Like, what are these? What is this one here for? Surely you don't like live there. And I like how they built this little wooden path all the way down.
What the hell? Yeah, like, oh my God, what a shame. They should have never done it. Is my because I think this thing is like I said, it needed to be about like 20 times as big as it was if it was done at all. Like because that mountain, that rock, Stone
Well, yeah,
Mountain,
they definitely had the space to do something massive.
right? But like, look at what they're working with here. Like, what is this? You built your little roller coaster tycoon path along the side of this mountain, and then you have some guy down there like making sure that all the nose hairs on Stephen Douglas, or no, who the hell was it? Leader of the CSA.
Douglas, someone Douglas.
Jefferson Davies, right?
Davis, yeah, Davis.
Yeah,
This guy is cooler than any of us will ever be.
I know. I know.
I don't even know what car this is, but like imagine coming home in like 1962, rolling in this thing.
Oh yeah.
That is style.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the glasses. I love his whole look. It's hilarious.
He's great. Oh man, he is living the dream.
I know.
He's on Crypto Island right now.
Right? Color too. It's a rare color photo. And now we go back in time. I like how goofy this car is. Like clearly this is in the age of let's just take a buggy that we know and love and put a motor in it, like the steering wheel is flat. Like when have you ever seen that in a car? And I love like these clearly rich people smirks. Like it's the same kind of face someone driving a Tesla has today, I feel like. Like I'm driving the future.
Man, we're
Crazy.
like you said, like, and then honestly, that even might be like an electric car.
It could be, yeah, very well could be, because they had those back then. I can't even tell what the motor is. It might be electric.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It literally is the Tesla.
It could very well could be the Tesla. Maybe that's Musk's, great granddad or something.
Not enough blood diamonds around him.
Right. This is a really cool shot. I have no idea where it is, but I love just the craziness of it all.
I love how it's just like these waterfalls.
Yeah.
And
have been carved into the cliff for production deeds.
Mm-hmm.
Industry. That's what this picture screams at me.
Drop on a match in that river and just set it all on fire.
You probably could. This is probably all raw sewage pouring out. It's not water. This, you gotta love a good train shot. I mean, this is legit. It doesn't get more legit than this for an old school train.
What is the deal with the front of this thing? I mean, it's got this like whole area in the front.
Yeah, good point. Like that's a pretty good distance.
Yeah.
Are they
good, like,
building this? No. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. I never noticed that or seen something like that before. Look how far above. Like this is obviously like your chugging piston, right? Like that's usually back here. I don't know.
It is crazy how it's we just strapped a giant boiler tank, laid it sideways, stuck wheels underneath it.
Yeah, and somehow that goes and pulls thousands of tons of weight.
I've always wondered.
What is this symbol on the back?
I don't know. I saw something about like Baltimore.
Well, then yeah, Baltimore and Ohio Atlantic. But this is like a centaur. It says something. I can't really read that.
Yeah.
I don't know. This I don't know where this is or what this is, but I really like the setup. Like you got this
looks like Louisiana.
Yeah, it looks like Disneyland.
Yeah.
But in real life.
Or Florida, yeah. Yeah.
You got this like Louisiana river, like you said. You got little boats. You got this cool seawall they put in. You got track leading up to it. Cool little boathouse. This is the real deal.
The thing that always gets me, it all looks old-fashioned, but it also feels very familiar. Like the world of like 1920 or so, 1930, like. I mean, I just feel like we're dealing with the same general sorts of things. Like, I think that I have way more in common with somebody from like 1920 than someone from 1920 had with someone from 1820.
Yeah,
That makes
for
sense.
sure. I mean, the
Way
20s,
more in
the
common.
teens, the 20s is when you really start to get modern
Yeah.
culture, and it really
Right.
hasn't changed much since, right? I mean, new
Yeah.
technology comes and goes, but as a people, we're all kind of living the same kind of life.
Yeah. We will still take like a ferry. You know,
Hmm.
it's powered by gas now, but it's still like a powered ferry, which was the thing in the 1920s. It's just like you now really are at the golden age of like you've been doing steam power for long enough that like you're very refined. You're at the apex of that technology,
Yeah.
and now the new oil and like diesel power stuff is coming online, and
Yep.
that's even just further kind of like cementing us into like the world we know today.
Yep. Oh, all right. So this is one of my favorite pictures from Shorpy.
Yes, the tickler.
It's called the Tickler, which is an amazing name. And if
It's
you
an
if you
incredible
if
name.
you look what happens here, obviously you tick up this thing, and then you just get sent down this back and forth, which has to be rough. I mean, look, these people are not
Yeah.
having that fun of a time. You can already tell, and it just seems like it's going to speed up and get rougher as it falls down. And like I said, the Tickler is an amazing name, but the best part of this whole thing is right here. It says remodeled, not as rough as last season.
I love how they are just like, yeah, it's gonna be a rough ride, but not as bad as last year.
I mean, just like I said, looking at it, that is a rough ride as it is. But the fact that they specifically call it out and say, "Oh yeah, we changed it. It's not as rough as it was before."
Oh my god, the tickler is like the
And the
worst.
Tickler as a name is just like it doesn't get any better. And I like how they like pigeonholed it in between these buildings. Like clearly this wasn't
Uh,
here before, and they just like slid it in as best they could.
they did, they did. Yeah, there's a spin up space here between the Frazzle and the popular price luncheon. There's room for a tickler.
It's incredible. All right, so that's all the ones I had primed and pumped for. So why don't we flip
Yeah.
over to some random ones that I don't even know what's gonna come over. First one, old school truck. I like the scale. Like, look how tall it is compared to how wide it is. It's like a one-seater. Look how short that seat is.
Mm.
I wonder at what point did we convert from these like skinny little bike wheels to like full-size regular tires? Like, was that a overnight thing, or did it gradually evolve to that?
Were they always inflatable tires, or are these solid rubber tires?
They're probably inflatable. That's why you always see the spare on the side. Remember? Which
Yeah.
was another like why don't we have just solid tires? Why do we even deal with air? Why don't you just have a thin layer of rubber around a tire? I don't get why it needs air. But at some point, like I don't know if it was for traction purposes. Like obviously this is your stereotypical old school like tire, right? And if you look at all the cars around it, they have the same tire. But when did we convert to the tires that we know today? Like, was that like
Yeah.
a 30s thing, a 40s thing? And why did we do that? Why aren't we all still rolling around on bicycle tires? I gotta think it's a traction thing.
I don't know. All I can think of is just how uncomfortable that seat is. That bench seat.
It's just a piece of wood.
Yeah. It's awful.
Hotel and cafe equipment. What is this?
This looks like a giant camera.
It looks like a camera, but I bet it's some sort of ventilation system.
Like a bellows.
I don't
That's
see
what
any,
it
there's no front thing here.
That's stuff they squeeze you in if you don't believe in crypto land.
Must be it. Going for a ride. Look how they got the kids in cages.
It gets the cage and a little
And a
baby dog.
Yeah. That's it. Like I think we said this before, but all these like vintage photos of like towns and stuff, everything's so empty. Like look, one car, no people.
Yes.
You know, if this was taken today anywhere, there'd be like 50 cars in the shot. Is that a Stonecutters
Ooh, we do.
symbol? I think it is. Well, not Stonecutters, but what am I trying to say? Not the Illuminati, but the
The Masons. The
Masons,
will-
Freemasons,
that's-
yeah, Freemason shot.
But the Stonecutters.
Stonecutters is
are,
based on that, yeah.
Look at that guy smiling, holding his bagels in the middle. Look at him.
He
Wait,
loves
zoom in on
his
the guy.
bagels.
I like the dude, the black dude in the mustache in the
Up
back
here?
here. Yeah, he is like it's like that's like a movie star like wearing overalls back there. Like look at those cheekbones, dude.
Right.
Wow,
Capital.
that looks menacing. That looks very menacing.
Yeah, driving down the middle like
Oh,
that.
mm-hmm.
And it's like it's empty. It's completely empty. Look,
Yeah,
one person over here, and
yeah,
that's it, and one car. Radio? Look, it looks like George McFly.
yeah. Some handsome dudes in the past, man. Oh, I like all the equipment.
Yeah,
That's my
radio
favorite. It's
tubes,
just like, you just have a bunch of wires just like
dry
floating
cell
in space,
batteries. Yeah, fingerprints.
like the professor on the
I
left.
know, that's a good look. Why are we making a cake with Big Bertha over here? And all these women dressed in coats crammed into this room. What is this?
You don't that the lady cooking like is really just glaring at you.
Yeah, does not seem too thrilled with either the picture or
All
being
these
here.
women are like, "What have I done with my life?"
Yeah, yeah, there's one boy in the back. Photobombed. Family picnic
Camping
for
trip,
rich
maybe.
people.
Yeah.
I like how, like,
Yeah.
back in the day, rich people, like, brought everything along with them wherever they went.
Yeah. Oh, I like this guy
This
up here.
guy?
And he has the sideburns that are connected to the mustache.
That's the look. That's the
Yes.
look. This guy was not out of place walking down the street. I like this guy in the middle.
Oh yeah. He's great.
Pipe. This guy's got knives. Yeah.
Yeah, so these guys are best buds.
Here's another serial killer.
Yeah, I know. That guy is an absolute
Kellogg's.
crazy.
This is Wheaties. Allbrain. Chocolate malt meal. Pre-Walmart. This is what you get when you walk in to get some groceries.
Yeah.
Just a tiny shop of whatever they have.
Little shop.
Whoa, wide shot. That's cool. Where might this be?
It's Crypto Island.
Crypto Island?
Let's zoom in on the text.
It says the Great Sea Cow. This must be like a tour thing. It's along the ocean somewhere. Florida Keys, maybe? Media Bathhouse. Spelt media. Cool building.
You can tell this is horses.
Oh
This is
yeah,
stall
all the
and
yeah.
horse poop
Right.
roads.
To the races. Road via St. Peter to Canal Street. New Orleans Railroad. Is this New Orleans? Everybody's walking. Nobody's got a car.
I mean, honestly, the days like of streetcars and like that, I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine it was great having like all that wire brimming with electricity above you. You know, it was probably fine, but you like walked and you took streetcars and like that.
That's how you got around, yeah. Cool bridge.
Oh yeah,
Train on it.
looks like the East Bridge.
I don't think it's Eads because there's a mountain back here. St. Louis does have a
Oh
mountain.
yeah,
Train yard. It's actually a cool shot.
yeah it is. That's the biggest break, like the biggest past break, is when personalized like transportation becomes available.
Mm-hmm.
You can move when like horses, speed of horses being like the limiting factor. It's been like the thing that's like had humans had to deal with since like,
Right.
yeah, forever, right? And it's just like you didn't have anything that go faster than a horse until you invented a steam engine,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Ever.
For the entire human history, you can only
Yeah.
go as fast as a horse can go, which is like 20 miles an hour. I like this little depot. This is cool.
Huh?
I like how they got the lifeboat on the roof. Like, how do you even get up there if there's an emergency?
Well, that's when the ship sinks. You're off.
Yeah, I guess the lifeboat won't go down with the ship in that case. Look, they got a thing of
Yeah.
antlers on the front.
All right. How about? Ooh, hello.
I like this guy. He looks like a doorman or something, but he's got this like advertisement for something dental parlor.
He's a sign guy.
He just walks
I
around
like
like the trucks that drive around with an advertisement on them. This is that equivalent.
Yeah.
Just paid to walk around all day.
Like I need the biggest chested guy.
Hey, a big chest makes for a big advertisement.
That's right.
Hey, Flettron.
What is that? New York Times?
New York.
New York.
Free cars.
Mm.
Crazy.
So like you got how many directions of streetcar traffic here?
A lot. There's a couple of trucks that go this way, this way. There's some over here. Different world.
Wow. It really is.
And I like how like everyone's like going every which way, right? There's no like lanes like we think of today in the street.
No. And they're so wide.
And
too.
they're cartoonishly wide. It's like, why would they design the streets like this when there's clearly no need for them, back then?
Right.
But they certainly help us out in the car era. Like, why is this street like a football field's length wide? Is as dense as New York is at this point in time, right?
No.
Like, why would they take up so much room for the road? Especially when it gets so narrow right here. Like, that's not the same width.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
No. Look, is this a water fountain for horses? I think it is.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. Built into a light pole on the street.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Another random street. Everyone's got the vaudeville theaters. They're all over the place. Whoa. What is this? Train terminal? Parlor room? Waiting room? Restaurant? What is all these? Are these ticket booths? There's something behind there. This must be like the gate. Oh, like a train. Look, there's trains right here.
Oh.
It's a train depot. That's crazy. Cool ships. I like how low to the water they are.
Oh my god.
Like, one little wave is gonna like come up all in you.
Like, I think about like the early ironclads.
Yeah.
And how, like they just like stuck out like a foot above the water.
Right.
There was nothing you could hit.
This almost looks like St. Louis. No, Louisville, I bet. Everything says Louisville on it.
No.
Lamps, souvenirs, and curios. This is Pittsburgh. I know, because this is a park right now. It almost looks like, are they tearing down this bridge or putting it up? That's a roller coaster.
Oh, what?
Look, right here.
Yeah. Huh.
It looks like they're ripping out this bridge. Yeah, there's nothing over here. It doesn't connect to anything. This is where their baseball stadium is right now. That's a cool shot, how you can see all this stuff. Up on the hill.
Wow.
You can't really see that today. I think there's too many buildings.
Yeah.
And then they're downtown. I didn't know this was a rail yard. That's definitely Pittsburgh, though. Bank of Savannah. This is Savannah, Georgia. This is Pittsburgh again. I know, because this building is still there with the arch. is it today? You can compare. So there's that building, right? And you can see the background of all the buildings, and then
Oh,
here's
wow,
what it was
yeah.
back in the day.
Oh, that's so crazy how it's just like the thing that used to tower
Yeah,
over
is
everything.
now dwarfed
Like,
by what's around
yeah,
it.
yeah,
And
just like
like these two
completely
buildings
just
are gone. Like look, it's not there
yeah.
anymore. Only this one survives. This one's here. This one in the back.
Mm.
I think it's back here.
Wow, that's crazy. You have the exact same shot
Yeah, well, I
almost.
noticed it because I'm like, this looks just like it does from the park, baseball park. So I just did a PNC
Uh,
park search, and like, there it is.
oh, holy cow!
This bridge was replaced, it looks like,
Hmm.
when you compare the two. Huh. I like doing that too, like looking at it, what it was back in the day, and then trying to find that same shot to see what changed. This looks like Detroit's. Watch the Fords go by
Oh wow!
to the temple. Cool fountain, look at that.
This is really cool.
Look at this little buggy. It's a
Ooh.
goofy looking thing. But you don't really see like this anymore in cities, like random giant things of either statues or arts in like a square. They don't really put those in anymore. Probably because it costs too
Mm.
much. There's a big tank of something. Look at these rivet jobs.
Oof.
Cool house.
Yeah, very cool concept. Look at that.
Yeah, fireplace.
Uh-huh. I wonder if that's like a double fireplace. You can have
Yeah,
outdoor.
probably is outside on your deck roof and then down below in your living room. Looks like they're on the beach or something.
That's so cool.
This is like a Sears department store.
Yeah. Oh wow.
First of its kind. No escalator yet. You gotta walk. Yep. That guy's got a rough life. Gotta sort my washers. 10 hours a day. Kids gotta build their own houses. I'm actually impressed. Like, you don't see an adult in sight, and this like 10-year-old girl has this giant saw.
Oh my God! Look at her. And then just look. And then there's the kid next to her.
Yeah,
Also saw.
also sawing. One little slip. I mean, their hands are right there.
And they're both sawing at the same time.
Yeah, that's not dangerous. Look
What
at this.
the hell?
Look at this little boy up on the roof.
Oh my God.
There's another saw. Look how big this is. A little close to that hand, kiddo. This looks like this guy put this together. Contains lead. Oh, gasoline. 23 cents. Look at this. Gasoline. Was that 18 cents? Taxes 5 cents? That's like a 30% tax. Whoa, cool house. This is like straight out of Adam's Family or something.
It is. That's you have to sleep there one night.
And then you get the house, right? Whoa. Look at this terrain. This is like out in your neck of the woods somewhere.
I know, yeah.
Huh. Look, they got like a desk lamp on a pole. Random. Yeesh. This is one scary parents. That tug of war. This kid's going all out. What year? 1942. We're in the middle of a war.
Don't you know there's a war on, son?
I know, Doc Brown. Why don't you go and fight? Look, it looks just like him.
We have to go back.
Yeah, he did go back in time. Look, he's right here. This is the one we didn't see.
Yeah.
Whoa. This Times Square?
Wow.
That's quite the image. Or advertisement. Hey,
Oh.
is that a glass car? Or is it plastic?
Yeah.
They wouldn't have plastic back then, would they? Joe DiMaggio, Grotto.
The guy holding the fish.
What is this? Oh,
That's great.
what is that an expression?
I love him.
Is that supposed to be Joe DiMaggio? Oh wait, that's him, right? This guy? Isn't he Joe DiMaggio? Weird.
Now look how much that car is crumpled in.
Mm-hmm. Dentist. Ugh, you got these pictures right in the front. This is San Francisco.
Oh yeah, it is. I've been there.
Yeah, same. Another big car. It's a Rolls, isn't it? Isn't that the Rolls Royce?
Yeah, it is.
Wow,
Wow.
isn't that? No, it's not Yosemite. This is like 60s, maybe.
Yeah.
Somewhere in California, I bet. Here's discovering some oil.
I know. Oof. Look at those ladders. Geesh.
Hey, a color photo. Yeah, no segregation going on here.
No, it's literally segregated. Shit, man.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
That's
that's
so
how they
funny.
did it, but
Yeah, that's so weird.
it is weird to see, especially in like color. We can't end on that one. We gotta find something better.
Yeah, that would be real hard. The way we were.
This looks like a fun
Plain
trip.
hair, still
Oh,
sodas.
Dad's, yeah,
Dad.
Dad's root beer. I've had that before. It's still a thing.
Love her glasses.
Yeah, that's 60s.
Oh,
Whoa.
hello.
Hey. Is this allowed?
That's 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 very, it makes me very happy because I mean it's like, look at that, that's passion right there on pick one, man. It's got something going on there. Okay, maybe this is the good one.
This is a good one to go on a high note.
Yeah, 'cause it's just and then that's why she's laughing.
You know
Yeah,
I do.
it's a cute one. All right.
This has been a presentation of Honey Sound Broadcasting, an affiliate of the Bilko Media Network.
I keep saying and I keep praying that I'll forget you somehow.